Grand rising, grand evening, whatever time it is for you. I hope all of you beautiful, beautiful humans are having a wonderful day or evening. I wrote a poem. I just wrote it. I did not name it. Oh, I see. I see, says the wise to the blind. I see attempts to tempt thee with impending demise. I hear how you invert truth ere elemental lies, distracting them with confusion so they don't look inside. Always divide and conquer. You force them to pick sides. What's good is bad, what's bad is good, so they do not realize that all that you're perceiving when you look outside is a reflection of the lens fashioned by everything that hides. If there is constant conflict of internal dark and light, that energy will marinate and strengthen your divided sight. To assess what is around you and balance what's inside, we must remove the lenses and erase all of the lines. From this objective standpoint, your outside of confides. Once you are there, you'll grow aware. You'll come to understand that all perceived externally began first in your head. I hope you all enjoyed that. Something I just wanted to mention is when you take that objective standpoint, on perception, you realize that people truly can only see you as deeply as they've seen themselves. They can only understand you to the degree that they understand themselves. And the reason that this is the case, the reason that this is true, is because you, as a human being, in order to perceive something, you need to have something to compare it to. Even the way that we conceptualize and perceive is very dualistic. So it's really difficult to perceive things outside of yourself that don't exist inside of yourself, or that you have not yet met or brought to conscious awareness inside of yourself. It's not impossible. In my life, I've been surrounded by people who operate in a completely different way, and I truly believe that people who introduce you to new ways of thinking and being are so very important, including these individuals who, they may have done very harmful things, but they truly did open my eyes to a completely different way of operating, thinking, and existing. I learned a lot about the darker side of psychology through those experiences and through connecting with those individuals. I also gained a deeper understanding of myself because of that comparative difference. I was able to, through connecting with people who were kind of in an opposite energy to myself, I was able to then see myself a lot more clearly because of my lack of understanding, because of the inability to connect on an emotional level with the things that they were doing and the ways that they were moving. And so when you look at perception from that dualistic lens, and you happen to be someone who is a multidimensional soul, you're not one thing, you don't fit in confines, you don't fit in boxes. As soon as someone thinks they've got you pegged, they're wrong, because you have so many different aspects to you. And a lot of people who are that way also think in that way. So we like to look at things not in a linear sense, not even often in a dual sense, but we like to look at all of the perceptual angles that are available to us, that we can, as far as we can stretch our mind to look at something, we like to look at it from all of the different aspects and potentials. And people who think that way, they exude that energy. It's very multidimensional. And when someone exudes that, that's going to be, that's not going to be something that is easily perceived or received, especially when talking about being fully seen or fully heard or fully recepted, fully connected with. If you're someone who is very multidimensional, it sucks to say, but the only people who are ever going to be able to fully see you, fully perceive you, fully receive you are other energies, other individuals that are also multidimensional, because there are all these different dimensions to you, and in order for someone to readily connect, perceive, and understand multi-dimensions, they too have to have those multi-dimensions in order to make that comparison. Like, oh, I see this about this person because that also exists in me. You see how that works? So when looking at it from that perspective, it really makes it so, it makes it a lot easier not to take the way that you are perceived, the way that you are received, or even being misunderstood. It makes it a lot easier not to take it personal, because I don't believe it is personal. I think that it's very much energetic and vibrational. It's really difficult to see what you are not. And while I said it, it is possible. The only way that it's possible to come to at least an intellectual understanding of someone who operates in a way that is different from you, who thinks and perceives in a way that is different from you, who exudes an energy that is different from your own, is through meeting or leading with curiosity. And so you're going to come in contact with people who don't lead with curiosity at all, because they're so firmly rooted in, their own perceptual lens and their own confides. And it makes sense. It does. If you look at it from a human standpoint, like people being able to compartmentalize or put things in boxes or categorize things, it makes people feel safer. It makes a lot of people feel safer, not me. But that often makes people feel more at ease. And if someone can peg you, and I don't mean that in a dirty way, so if someone can fit you in a box or a category, then they're going to be a lot more comfortable with meeting you with curiosity, so that they can receive you, so that they can connect with you fully. But if you don't fit in any boxes, and you don't fit in any compartments, and you are someone who is literally very multidimensional, so you exist outside of boxes and outside of confides and outside of beliefs, beliefs that are indoctrinated in the world that you live in, it makes perfect sense that you're going to be misunderstood. It makes perfect sense that your energy alone is going to trigger people. It makes because people fear what they don't understand. And if you are literally seated here to not be understood, but to instead forge paths and be the enigma, be the anomaly, it comes with the territory. And so I guess I'm sharing this all to say that a lot of individuals who are on a similar vibration as me, and think in a very abstract or multidimensional way, they deal with a lot of rejection and a lot of being misunderstood. But it really does come with the territory, because it's what you exude. It's the energy that you sit in. You are curiosity. And anyways, I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day or your evening, and I'm sending you all so much love to the universe and beyond. Bye.